1212. Welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Paul Larry Podcast. Today, I have a good one for you. Today, I want to address the elephant in the room. Well, what is the elephant in the room, you might ask? The elephant in the room is, if you've been following my podcast, you will know that I've been on this healing journey, addressing childhood and trauma, PTSD, and just helping people, especially in my generation and our demographic, come to terms with childhood trauma and things that happened in the past. Well, what is the elephant in the room then? The elephant in the room is coming out and having these conversations, knowing that some of the people that may have caused trauma may be still alive. And we live in a generation of social media. Everybody has a phone, everybody's on the internet, and a lot of people are coming out and telling their truth and their story. And realizing that there are people that are literally alive that's watching this that may have been the source for your pain. So that's the elephant in the room. And how do you process that? How do you tell your truth? How do you tell your story without offending some of the people that may be responsible for it? And the answer is simple. You tell your story. The answer is simple. You forgive. The answer is simple. You tell it with grace. And someone like me who is on social media, who has started a podcast, one of the things that I have to be very careful of, and one of the things that I'm very aware of, is this journey is nothing more or nothing less than healing and helping. And if you notice on some of my earlier videos, I put myself on Front Street. I talk about where I went wrong as a dad and what I am doing to correct the mistakes. I'm not willing to do or say anything out of pocket, and I'm not willing to say anything that I'm not willing to do myself, right? Take accountability. And that's all that it's about. It's not about getting on this mic and trashing people. It's not about getting on this mic and hurting anybody. It's about getting on this mic and saying, generation, my generation above me, generation under me, this our demographic that don't know nothing about therapy or now learning about this thing that people are getting into that's getting healing. Listen, take accountability. If you mess up as a parent, and let's rephrase that. If you mess up as a parent, let me rephrase that for a minute. Because doing your best as a parent or as an adult that have like authority over a child, doing your best at that time with the information you had, and then realizing 20 years later that maybe the way you've done it was wrong, I could understand the argument in saying, well, at that time, I didn't think I was messing up. What I'm saying is acknowledge that I have new information now and what I know is different. And yeah, dang, looking back, I may have messed up. I was wrong. It's not that difficult, folks. Look, I'll give you a perfect example. True story. My kid, I had a difficult life and I did a lot of things I'm not proud of. One of my triggers is raising my children up in a way an environment that's so different than how I was brought up. And I would not want my kids going down the path that I went. So I do everything to give them a life that is so different. So my kid's in elementary school, right? I got a call at work. Your son, now mind you, he's in 5th grade, right? You need to get down here. Your son stole some money. We got him in the principal office. It's a lot of money. I'm like, immediately triggered. Because like, I know how I grew up. I know the stuff that I got into. And I'm like, no, this ain't happening. So I'm heading down there, blah, blah, blah. Principal's there, the teacher's there. And they saying like, it was a book fair. His friend left money on his desk. My son took the money, and my son was buying everybody books. He at the book fair. He like cake. He like ta 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 ta. Who want a book? You want a book? Everybody getting books, and I'm like, that don't sound like Jaden. So he buying books for everybody. Come to find out, the money was on the desk. He picked it up. He was like, his story was basically like, kid left the money on his desk. He saw it. He just thought that was money to buy people books. He was buying books. He didn't really try to go out and steal nobody money. But I was so triggered. I wanted to teach him a hard lesson about stealing because I cared more about him not going down that path. So me, with my lack of information, figured, okay, I got something for him. My kid had he had a fro. He liked his fro, right? Soon as he got home, I took the hair clippers and I shaved his hair off. Blam. Sent him to school the next day. He cried, he cried. He cried because he was somebody that's very self-conscious, and I'm triggered till this day, right? Just telling that story after learning what I'm learning. He went to school the next day, and I'm like, yeah, my kid is not going to go to jail. Nope, nope, nope. I seen too many people go to jail. Too many people got killed in jail. Too many people, like everybody. I'm telling you, I'm like, he's not going down this path. Where I came from, what I've seen, no. So I thought I did the best I could. Fast forward to my therapy journey, my healing journey. Learning what I'm learning now about childhood trauma, learning what I'm learning now about pain, and seeing the effects of that trauma, bro. I went and I pulled my son aside after I got the realization that what I did was wrong. Not the doubling down, talking about, oh, I did the best I can with what I could at the time, what I could. Like, stop it. We're too old for that. Pulled him aside and said, hey, remember elementary school? Remember what I did? You may not realize it now, but what I did was wrong, and I want to apologize and say that I'm sorry. It was bad parenting. Please forgive me. And he was like, Dad, no, I'm cool. No, I say, hear me out. You may not realize that some of the things you deal with, maybe if he gets embarrassed easily in public, and he's very conscious of his drip and how he step out, and a lot of that. And I'm like, how much of that might have come from the experience that I made you go to school with no hair, with your hair shaved off? And he was just quiet because now he's processing. I said, listen, I made a mistake, but I'm not going to wait till you're 40 years old to be in some doctor's office talking about, now I know where this came from. It came from when my dad shaved me. I ain't waiting for you for that to happen. I'm telling you, it may have came from that, and we're going to get ahead of it, and it's going to be my job to help you heal from that today. And he's like processing it. Now he's putting two and two together in his head, and he's like, wait, okay, right? And then ever since then, right, like I will call out things, I'll be like, are you stepping out? And we laugh at it now when we make jokes. But now he knows that if there needs to be healing from that, the process has already started. I say all of that to say this. If you, parents, realize that you, parents, have made parenting mistakes, thinking that you did your best at the time, drop your stupid ego, drop your foolish pride, go call your grown kids and say, baby, I am sorry. I'm going to get it right. Hey, I thought I was doing what was right. I didn't realize this may have affected you. Are you good? Do you think about it still? Have you You may get a no, moms, I'm good. No, I'm fine. Or you may actually get something back where they say, yeah, mom, because the way you raised me, I told myself I will never do that to my kids. Right? I'm telling you, you are the source or can be the antidote to their healing. You, parents, you could be the antidote to your kids' healing. You, grown ups, could be the antidote to your niece, your nephew, your little cousin, to their healing. And all I'm trying to say is we have to just take accountability. Have a heart of accountability to say, okay, you know what? I did the best I could at the time. Fact. It's a true fact. Now I have new information that showed me what I did was wrong. Fact. Two things could be true, right? Now, in order to fix what I've done wrong with that new information, I need to make a phone call, which may be difficult for some. I need to make a difficult phone call. I need to go take somebody out to Starbucks and have a conversation face to face. This video, it's so vital that I hope it gets shared to the people that you know need to hear this. You know what I'm talking about. Dads out there putting this down. Fathers, I'm talking to you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You know that presence when you walk in the house and everyone's on eggshells, but everyone's afraid to tell you they're on eggshells? So they're smiling and they're, daddy, yes, daddy. But you know, you walk in home, you walk in the door from work, you're agitated from work, right? Everyone is giving you what you need. Your dinner is ready, right? Daddy likes the TV this way. Daddy likes the couch this way. Daddy likes it this way. And everybody is being little codependents around you. And I know that's not your heart for your family, but that's all you know. What I'm saying to you is go get healing for yourself. Talk to your wife. Ask her, hey, baby, honestly, I promise you I won't get mad. When I come home, does the energy in the house change? Mothers, ask your children, babies, when I come home, is my presence, does it make you nervous? Do you get anxious? I am telling you from somebody with experience in this field. I am an expert in this field from experience. I show up differently because I got and I'm getting healing and getting healthier. And living in this house has been so different. The way my kids come to me and talk to me now and tell me, Daddy, you're present. Daddy, when I used to call you or say, Dad, you'll be like, yeah. And I would ask you questions and you'll be like, yeah. And then later you'll be like, hey, why are you doing such and such? And I'll be like, Dad, I just asked you and you said yes. I disassociated so bad that I tuned everybody out and I'm still able to respond. They could talk to me and I'm responding from a tuned out phase. Now I am present. When they call me, hey, dad, whatever is in my hand goes down, my eyes go to them. Yes, son, what's up? What do you need? Present. You, and half the time they want to have conversations. They will say something silly for a conversation. When I put the phone down and I look at them in the eye and I realize the little 1, 2 things they ask me turns into a conversation. I am saying all of this, and please forgive me if my delivery is coming off strong. I'm passionate. Please forgive me if my delivery is coming off as if I'm talking down to you. I am not. I am saying healing is around the corner for your family. And you are the antidote to the healing of your family by you getting healthy. Mom, Everything you're doing, homework, cleaning, dishes, uh, getting the car service, getting the car fixed. Yeah, I'm talking to you, single mom. Everything you're doing is appreciated. It's good. How are you showing up? Are you tired? Are you stressed? I know it's easy. Get in that phone and just lock everything off. But those little ones need you to be present. Mom, those little ones need you to stop having panic attacks over every little thing that happened. They don't need that version of you. Grandma, grandma, grandmother, you've had panic attacks your whole life, and that's all you know. And you're known as, oh, when grandma get going, you know the saying, right? Or when they get going, you know it's not that they getting going. They having a freaking panic attack. It's something that needs to be treated. I know I've had them. I lived in a state of panic attack. Now I identify it when it's happening and I follow the steps that I learned in therapy. And when I'm locked off, I go through the steps and then I could articulate, hey, baby, I'm sorry. I feel a panic attack coming on. Hey, go take 5 minutes. Go breathe. With my kids, Daddy, you need 5 minutes? I do, son. Go follow the techniques. Come back out. I process with them. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about the way I yelled. Sorry about the way I reacted. I had a panic attack. When I heard that you said this and that, it triggered something in me, and I was afraid that you would have done this and that and it would have sent blah 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 blah. I processed that with the kids, with my wife, so they understand what's going on with me, what's going on in my head. And they're like, Dad, relax, Dad, we got it. Like, blah, blah, blah. Right? The whole relationship dynamic changed since I started getting help for myself. So, Dad, you're watching this. Dad, you're watching this. Dad, I am talking to you. You're watching this. And you're like, I've never been or heard about this therapy thing. And this is for you, bro. This is for you. Yeah, you, church man, deacon. Everybody know you as deacon so and so and so, but your kids don't want to have nothing to do at church because you were supposed to represent what the church was all about, but how you showed up every day. They don't want nothing to do with that or your God because of how you showed up, how you had that energy for everybody else, but in the house you had nothing left for the people that mattered the most. You, deacon, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. You know everything about forgiveness. You know everything about the word. You're praying for your kids, but you didn't show up right. Give them a call and apologize. Yeah. Tell them I gave you religion, but I didn't give you Christ. Yeah. Bro, this is my tirade. This is my rant tonight. I was supposed to get on here and break down some stuff, some revelations, some things that I researched, but I might be in my triggered manic state, and this is what is coming out. Or I just may be inspired. Whatever the case is, this is what's coming out, and this is what I'm going to air on this broadcast tonight. Also, on the Paul Larry podcast, I have an interview that we completed. This one that I am about to drop on Thursday. Whoo! This is a good one. This one got so deep, uh, and it's very meaningful to me because the person that I interviewed is somebody that literally changed the course of my life and this family. Um, this person is so special. And I have a few of people like that in my life, and they're very close. I can't say too much because I can't give it away. But when you see the preview clips, you'll see what I'm talking about. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share these little episodes of this old man ranting and raving and begging people to go to therapy and get help. Share this video. There's somebody that needs to hear this. There's somebody that just don't know how to be different and how to fix things about them. There's somebody that had panic attacks their whole life and freak out every time they get triggered. And they tried everything and it keeps happening. And it's time. It's time. Ladies and gentlemen, this was another episode of the Paul Larry Podcast. I hope you guys like the coffee mug. Yep. Till next time, peace out.